This is not for the first time, but for the third time happening.
Social enterprises are young, with the majority of social enterprises less than 6 years old. Social enterprises are optimistic about growth, and 32% of social enterprises are addressing the critical skills challenges that Bangladesh faces.
I am proud that through the British Council, we are bringing together social enterprise experts, policy makers and participants from across Bangladesh, from some of your neighbours in the region and from the UK, to learn from each other and to find opportunities for collaboration.
We are very honored also to work with the British Council, especially this year in organizing such a program.
Social enterprise, yes, it is a emerging sector in Bangladesh in terms of scale and business.
For NGOs to work with innovative new generation social enterprises for transforming themselves from donor-driven model to a social enterprise model.
We've also got a whole generation of young people that just recognize the world needs to change. Economies need to change. Businesses need to change. It's in their DNA. Shared value, creating opportunities, investing in our communities, tackling environmental challenges, creating opportunity for all, gender equality, all of these issues are fundamental to social enterprise.
Businesses are a very, very important of the global ecosystem and they have to be there. They have a role to play, but so have social enterprises.
The prime goal of SDG. So in Bangladesh, we are mapping.
The main thing for the government has been to be transparent and accountable.
Whether consumers are interested in buying from businesses that have social impact.
The end goal is an entirely new economy, right? The end goal is an economy where all businesses, we've talked about this earlier, prioritize people and planet.
And they can tell you that export orders is not ideal for craft sector players.
The issues we're dealing with, yes, are very serious. Poverty, inequality, climate change, it can be really overwhelming.
We made a club of consumer who was committed to buy the hand-woven textile and also craft.
It's a combination of several different kinds of skills.
We've needed nurturing along that road quite closely.
Okay, in terms of women and social enterprise, what about the informal economy?
Because the market, the economy, the globalization, everything is happening, so many bits are not there.
We have to have very innovative business models.
But making stuff really simple and accessible and communicating it effectively and clearly and putting it into the hands of people who need it, I think is absolutely key.
About 3 to 5 minutes on your tables.
If we have an association, it will be a lobbying and advocacy. People can pursue the government and other institutions.
This is the third time we are convening together, and I believe that it's time for action now.
How can we be self-financing? How can we change from an NGO into a social enterprise?
And there are a lot of issues about savings and financial services.
Space of it. So globally, the social enterprise model, I say that in my personal view, we've adapted all the wrong things from Silicon Valley.
I feel so fortunate that I had a chance to participate here in Bangladesh. And so I'm looking forward to more collaboration between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and the rest of the region in the future.
Challenges here today is not just with the government policy and the funding that is available, but more towards understanding the whole ecosystem approach. How do you collaborate?
For a foreign investor, it is not mandatory to take this license because we are not raising funds in Bangladesh.
The issue of the quarterly report comes in whenever there is a foreign investment.
Which should be tax exempted, but as per our law, tax is not exempted. So that's a big challenge actually.
We are having problem in terms of policy support that we need in order for this industry to grow.
So in a capitalist world, what are the chances of an investor to invest in a social business where you just get your investment money back?
Suppose what you mentioned, that is one school of thought, that you do not take back the dividend.
Across the whole range of SDGs, we are seeing that we cannot simply make progress in one area.
SDG is so important. Unless it is owned by the people, most of the social forestry can be promoted through the ownership.
In private forests, almost 2.7 million hectares utilized in smallholder plantation forests with agroforestry system and involving
what is the scenario in UK about women social entrepreneurs?
But the SDGs truly needs a link in the chain for ensuring that nurturing of values and ethics.
Standardize a system to measure social impact of social environment, right?
Those two were to promote more investment.
Okay, so Malaysia has seen a huge growth in social enterprise sector in the recent 2 years. Over the last 2 years, we've seen a growth of 150 social enterprises.
So we say developing a curriculum on social entrepreneurship.
This particular program is extremely relevant in the present context, which British Council, this is the third, in fact, sort of workshop that they're having.
Bangladesh Technical Education Board must be there, and because they have a political institutions and they give the skill-based training, which we highly needed in this sector.
So you can be a social entrepreneur in your school, you can be a social entrepreneur within your family, in a traditional job, or you can start a social enterprise. You know, the idea of starting a business and becoming a job creator rather than employee is liberating, it's dynamic, and you learn so much by doing it.
So I would say, yes, there are great challenges, and yes, Bangladesh has a long way to go, but it has very ambitious targets, and social enterprise has an opportunity and also a responsibility to be part of that. So I would just like to close by saying thank you all for all of your positive engagement, and I hope that some of the ideas that have been discussed here over the last couple of days will be taken forward in a practical way. Thank you very much.